Hello, welcome to Non-Dual Christianity. In this video, I'd like to talk about Christmas, the divine presence within creation. One of the core parts of Christianity is the person of Jesus Christ. In fact, that is, I would say, the central part of it. And believing that Jesus Christ was both fully divine and fully human, right? Regardless of some of the specifics about how that works, that's really the common denominator across Christianity since its inception. What's interesting about that, though, is that Christians would fully embrace the fact that God, the divine nature, showed up as a man in human form, right? In Jesus' time, the Jews absolutely rejected that. That's the big differentiating factor there, right? If Jesus would have showed up as a prophet or a king, which they expected, no problem. They probably would have followed him and accepted what he had to say. When he claims to be the divine, present in human form, that's grounds for execution. So Christians, in a parallel kind of way, we would fully embrace that the divine showed up as a single man, right? But then would resist that the divine is present as all humans, within all people, which would be the non-dual approach, right? And my question would be, why? If it could happen in one case, in one scenario, and you would fully believe that, why couldn't that simply be highlighting and giving a voice to what is true within all of creation? And I think there's some very clear indicators of this in the Bible, and I'll just call out a couple of them. So back in the Old Testament, in Genesis 28, you have Jacob wrestling with God, and one of the comments he makes is, "Surely the Lord was in this place, and I never knew it," right? Discovering the divine is present where you didn't realize it. Or in Matthew 1:23, where Jesus is called Emmanuel, God with us, right? Or even then the way that John links together this idea of logos, the word in the Gospel of John, which is the Greek way of talking about this creative energy and principle of all of creation. And then in 1 John, when he talks about that word was made manifest, right? It took on flesh. It became present in creation. They touched it, they saw it, they heard it. So I would say those are just a couple small indicators where the Bible is talking about how the awesomeness of the Christian message is that the divine is present within creation. And if in Jesus, why not in all things? And that's what I would ask you to ponder and contemplate here this holiday season. Why not in all things? Why not even as you? And if you're really interested in this, you can give it a try. You can experiment. So you've always had a deep sense of me, right, as yourself. And that deep sense of me, of existing, has always been with you for your entire life. And what I would ask you is, what is that me? Ask yourself that. What is me? Because when you really contemplate that, you might get some initial stories about the voice in your head, my body, but you aren't those things, right? If those things change, if you were to lose those things, or even the fact that they change, would prove that that's not really that core, deep sense of me. So sit with that. Ponder that a bit. Contemplate that. What is me? And I think what you'll find is that sense of me is far more mysterious and far deeper than what you might assume at the get-go, at the very beginning of that exercise. So that's it. Merry Christmas to you all, and I hope that you can enjoy and fully experience the divine as it is present, and as you realize its presence in the world around you, even as you, which is the true gift of the Christmas message. Thank you for exploring this with me today.